Barack Obama's story is the stuff of legends. From a young boy with big dreams to becoming the 44th President of the United States, Obama's life isn't just a political journey. It's a journey of transformation, resilience, and breaking barriers. When he announced his candidacy for president, many thought it was a long shot. But Obama had something different. He had a vision, one that would change the course of history. Let's rewind to a time before Obama became the political powerhouse we know today. Imagine a young boy growing up in the streets of Honolulu, Hawaii, a place that might seem far removed from the power corridors of Washington, D.C. But it was in these streets that Obama's story began. Born in 1961 to a Kenyan father and a mother from Kansas, Obama was always aware of his unique background. The mixture of cultures, the challenges of an absent father, and the complexities of his identity shaped him into the person who would later captivate millions with his words. Obama's early life was anything but ordinary. His father, Barack Obama Sr., a brilliant economist, was largely absent from his life after the couple's brief marriage ended in divorce. His mother, Stanley and Dunham, moved with young Barack to Indonesia, where he experienced a completely different world. His time in Indonesia, surrounded by poverty and inequality, left a lasting impact on him. It was here, in this mix of wealth and hardship, that the seeds of his empathy were sown. This experience opened his eyes to the harsh realities of life and would later drive his mission to fight for social justice. But it wasn't all adversity. Obama's return to Hawaii was a pivotal moment. Raised by his maternal grandparents, Obama began to discover the power of education and hard work. As a young man, Obama was no stranger to struggle, but he possessed an insatiable curiosity. He was hungry for knowledge, driven by a belief that education was the key to changing his world. Obama excelled academically, first at Occidental College in Los Angeles, then at Columbia University in New York, and finally at Harvard Law School, where he broke records and shattered expectations. By the time Obama graduated from Harvard Law School, he wasn't just another lawyer. He had become the first African-American president of the Harvard Law Review. This was the moment that ignited the fire within him. He wasn't just fighting for success. Obama was fighting for something greater, the opportunity to change lives, to break barriers, and to make history. He knew that his background and his struggles could be an inspiration to others. And that's exactly what happened. But before Obama would become a senator, a presidential candidate, and ultimately the President of the United States, he spent years organizing communities in Chicago. As a community organizer, Obama worked on issues ranging from housing discrimination to job development. He was making a difference, one neighborhood at a time. And it was this experience that would serve as the foundation for his political career. It was in Chicago, amid the gritty realities of urban America, that Obama's political career took flight. His work with the poor and disenfranchised made him a local hero, and by 1996, he was elected to the Illinois State Senate. Obama's time in the state legislature was marked by his tireless efforts to push through progressive policies on healthcare, education, and racial equality. His eloquence, conviction, and ability to unite people from all walks of life caught the attention of the nation. He was destined for something greater. The world got its first glimpse of Barack Obama on the national stage in 2004 at the Democratic National Convention. His keynote address was nothing short of electrifying. The speech was a masterclass in oratory, with Obama delivering lines that resonated with millions. "There's not a liberal America and a conservative America. There's the United States of America," he declared, sending chills down the spines of those in attendance. That speech catapulted him into the spotlight, and it was clear, Barack Obama was a rising star. Just 4 years later, in 2008, Obama took a leap of faith and announced his candidacy for the presidency. At the time, many thought it was a pipe dream. An African-American, relatively inexperienced senator running for the most powerful office in the world? The odds seemed insurmountable. But Obama wasn't afraid to dream big. His campaign was built on the promise of hope and change, a call to action for a divided America. "Yes, we can," he declared, and millions of Americans believed in his vision. With a message of unity and progress, Obama defied expectations and clinched the Democratic nomination, defeating the political establishment and veteran Hillary Clinton. In November 2008, Obama went up against John McCain in a general election that would forever change the course of American history. The election was a battle not just for the White House, but for the soul of the nation. The American people were tired of war, economic turmoil, and division. Obama's message of hope resonated with young voters, minorities, and those who felt left behind by the system. On Election Day, the world watched in awe as Obama triumphed over McCain, winning the presidency in a landslide victory. Barack Obama's victory wasn't just a win for the Democratic Party. It was a win for the dreamers, the believers, and the underdogs. It was a triumph for America, a country that had long struggled with issues of race, inequality, and social justice. Obama had made history, becoming the first African-American president of the United States. Obama's first term in office was a whirlwind of challenges, triumphs, and transformative policy. When he took office in January 2009, the country was in the middle of the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. The banks were failing, unemployment was skyrocketing, and the country seemed on the brink of collapse. Obama wasted no time in rolling out his economic recovery plan, known as the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. The $787 billion stimulus package was aimed at reviving the economy, creating jobs, and stabilizing the financial system. It was a bold move, and though it faced criticism, it ultimately helped the economy recover and set the stage for future growth. But Obama's signature achievement during his first term came in 2010 with the passage of the Affordable Care Act, ACA, better known as Obamacare. This landmark legislation aimed to provide healthcare coverage to millions of uninsured Americans. The fight for healthcare reform was long and hard, and Obama faced fierce opposition from Republicans and even members of his own party. But he didn't back down. The passage of Obamacare was a historic victory, ensuring that millions of Americans could access affordable healthcare and changing the healthcare landscape forever. While Obama's domestic agenda was ambitious, his foreign policy was equally transformative. Perhaps the most dramatic moment of his presidency came on May 2, 2011, when Navy SEALs executed a daring operation that resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden, the mastermind behind the 9/11 attacks. The mission was a high-stakes operation that had the entire world watching. Obama's decisive leadership during this mission solidified his reputation as a commander-in-chief who was unafraid to take bold action to protect America. But Obama's presidency was not without its challenges. The rise of ISIS, the Arab Spring, and ongoing conflicts in the Middle East tested his leadership at every turn. Despite criticism from some quarters, Obama's foreign policy was rooted in diplomacy, coalition building, and a recognition that America's role in the world was to lead with strength, not arrogance. His decision to negotiate a nuclear deal with Iran, his efforts to improve relations with Cuba, and his advocacy for global climate change initiatives were all part of his vision for a more connected and cooperative world. As the years passed, Obama's influence continued to grow. Even after his presidency ended in 2017, Obama's impact on the world was far from over. In fact, his post-presidential years have been just as eventful as his time in office. One of the most dramatic shifts came when Obama and his wife, Michelle, signed a historic $100 million deal with Netflix to produce content that would inspire, educate, and entertain. Their media company, Higher Ground Productions, aimed to amplify stories that often go untold. Their first project, American Factory, won an Academy Award, cementing the Obamas as cultural powerhouses. Barack Obama's life after the presidency is about more than just fame and fortune. It's about leaving a legacy of change, one that goes beyond politics. Through his philanthropic efforts, Obama continues to work toward building a better world. He has donated millions to charity and founded the Obama Foundation, which works to inspire and empower the next generation of leaders. His speaking engagements, where he commands up to $400,000 per appearance, are more than just lectures. They are moments of inspiration. Obama's speeches continue to resonate because they speak to universal truths: the importance of hope, of working together, and of believing in the possibility of change. Whether he's speaking in front of a crowd of thousands or conversing with world leaders, Obama's message is clear. It's not about power, it's about purpose. Barack Obama's journey is one of unmatched determination, grit, and vision. From the streets of Honolulu to the White House and beyond, Obama's life has been a testament to what's possible when you dare to dream big. His influence continues to shape the world in profound ways, and his legacy is one that will be remembered for generations. Whether through his words, his actions, or his unwavering commitment to justice, Barack Obama has proven that true leadership isn't just about power, it's about inspiring others to be their best selves.